Hey guys, what is up and welcome to a very new episode of League of Myths. As always, there will be another Phoenix giveaway, so be sure to stay tuned to the very end. Another quick announcement, at the end of this month I will be doing a stream marathon, so definitely look forward to that. But let us go into the first myth. The first myth submitted by Finn. If Nidalee flies through a bush with Thresh's lantern, does her passive still proc? For those that are unaware, Nidalee's passive does grant her bonus move speed whenever she goes through a bush, as you can see, called Prowl. But the question is, of course, if Lantern throws his W and she takes it while also flying through a bush, will she gain the passive effect? And judging from what happened just now, the answer is yes. Here's a pretty interesting one. Which of the Sheen effects will proc first if you have Trinity, Lichbane, and Iceborne Gauntlet all in your inventory? Thanks to Angel Wow for submitting this one. If you are unaware, the color indications on your arms will indicate which one is getting procced. A red glow signifies Trinity Force, a blue one for Gauntlet, and a purple one for Lichbane. So when I just have Gauntlet and Trinity Force, you can see my hands glow blue and they proc the effect from Gauntlet, completely disregarding Trinity Force. But my friend on the other hand has Lichbane and Gauntlet, and it seems like Lichbane does take precedence over Gauntlet. However, the Gauntlet AoE slow is still applied. After much testing and even some calculations, when you have all three Sheen items, it seems like Lichbane has the highest precedence among the other ones. As you can see, my hands do glow purple whenever I use an ability, and the damage onto Nocturne has two effects, one being the auto attack damage, of course, my AD, and the second one being the purple number flying off, which is the magic damage that the Lichbane is applying. But a very interesting thing is that Gauntlet, no matter what happens, will always proc its AoE slow effect, but not the damage part of it. To further test this, I went back to only having Gauntlet and Trinity Force. Again, you can see my hands are glowing blue now, thanks to the Gauntlet. And you can only see one red number when I attack Nocturne, saying 124, which is more damage than the Lichbane was able to do. So before, clearly, only the Lichbane's damage was applied, the other two were completely negated. And the final test, just to make sure the damage was correct, I ended up selling the Gauntlet and then went back to the Nocturne to test only with the Trinity Force. This time my hands, you can see, obviously glow red. And when I finally attack him, the damage is now 144, obviously higher than Gauntlet, because Trinity Force has the highest percentage damage scaling. Alright, that was a pretty big myth, but let's jump to the next one. Submitted by Atrana. Will Xerath's passive triple the mana that he gets back if he auto-attacks a LeBlanc or Shaco clone? Again, if you are unaware, Shaco and LeBlanc clones are seemingly programmed like champions because they're able to block champion-only abilities like Ash's Arrow. And the same thing of course does apply to LeBlanc's clone. So first testing this with Shaco. As I auto attack the Shaco, you can see I get about 130 mana back. Of course being the triple effect since he is a champion. But if I were to attack the Shaco's clone, you can see I only get a little bit of mana back, about 60. And now of course testing it with LeBlanc, when I auto attack the real thing, I get about 100 mana back. However, when I auto-attack the LeBlanc's clone with my passive, I only get a small amount of mana back, not the full mana. Which makes it interesting since they are seemingly programmed like champions being able to block an Ashe ultimate, however, they do not seem to work the same way with Xerath's passive. And as we make our way to the next myth, submitted by Zihao Fei on Twitter, will Brand's ultimate follow back to base and jump on nearby allies? I will be showing this one from two different perspectives, of course the first one being myself playing Brand. As the enemy Fizz is recalling, I throw my ultimate just before he finishes the recall. The animation seems like it fizzes and does not follow him back. However, they did tell me that it ended up following them back even though the animation completely fizzled out and it did bounce between them. So naturally, I did want to see this for myself because I personally predicted that the Brand ultimate will not follow back to base. And that the ultimate will fizzle out pretty much the way it actually does with the animation. And due to that, it will not follow them back to base. So finally, as I begin my recall, the enemy Brand is timing his ultimate. Just before I go back, he fires it off and you can see, instantly it teleports to me and it bounces between myself and the Aurelia. Making it somewhat unique because other things like a Sona W or Q did have a travel time for them to follow back to base. While Brand's ultimate pretty much teleports right to the champion instantly. Alright guys, that was a pretty loaded episode of League of Myths. Don't forget to submit your own myths either down below under this video in the comment section on my Facebook or tweet at me at RedmercyLOL. But on to the giveaway. A quick congrats to Rick Chun for winning last week's giveaway. However, this week I will be giving away their mouse, the Nasita, and their mousepad, the Dimora. It really does feel great for me to have this opportunity to provide you guys with this awesome gaming gear. And in order to have a chance to win this amazing mouse and mousepad, all you have to do is follow myself and Phoenix on Twitter. And all you have to do is send a tweet to myself and Phoenix stating why you want to win this mouse. Here's an example of how the tweet can look like. Make sure you include the hashtag Phoenix Redmercy as well. Good luck to everyone participating in this giveaway, and as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Peace.